Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another mukbang. We've got KFC, and over here I've got my cousin Elizabeth with me.
Hi guys.
Tell them what you got.
So I have the $5 fill-up box, which is 2 pieces of fried chicken, some cold mashed potatoes, a cookie, and a biscuit.
It's been taking us forever to set up and film, and she's awkward. So.
She won't let me say subscribe to PewDiePie.
Because I don't even know. Anyway, so today we're just mainly going to eat, have a little bit of discussion, but we wanted to talk about You. So I don't know if anybody's seen it or not seen it, but we're going to be doing spoiler alerts. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want to hear about it, don't watch this video.
But still continue to watch.
Yeah, continue to watch. Don't unsubscribe from my channel. We're just going to talk about You. I mean, I've seen the whole series. Have you seen this? Okay, yeah. So that's what we're going to do. So dig into your cold mashed
I can't wait.
Oh, and I've got the, what's it called?
Famous bowl.
Yeah, the famous bowl. Just the original, because they have a spicy now too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I've got. It's mashed potatoes, corn, gravy, and it just looks like, almost like chicken tenders. So anyways, go. We can eat now. It's okay. Eat your cold mashed potatoes.
Should do an ASMR.
An ASMR. I've thought about it, but I don't know.
It's hard. It's a whole new world.
I don't know how comfortable I'd be with, like,
Noises.
well, and just my mouth.
I mean, this biscuit's hard as a rock, so it'd be good for tapping.
Crunch into it. My own personal ASMR. Hopefully this time, I know in my last video, I know it's been a while since I filmed too.
Too long.
I know. I just have been having trouble with what to film, time to film, and my setup. I don't know if you guys like my setup, if it works.
Takes forever.
It does. She witnessed it today. It's not an easy thing. But hopefully I have my mic set up kind of closer. Hopefully this time I won't have issues like my last video. It's all trial and error since I'm new to this, and if I record a video, whether it's got things wrong with it or not, I'm going to post it just because, so there's content. So I know there's issues sometimes, but you know what? When I was editing that video, it didn't sound like that. Then I posted it, and someone had told me, because I don't rewatch them, and I just thought it was weird. I probably should rewatch them.
What were people saying?
It sounded like muffled or quiet. So I don't know if it was the way the mic was set up or what, but I have no idea. This is good.
Is it?
I haven't had one in a long time. You know what fried chicken I usually eat? Have you ever been to the newer Fries? Have you ever seen the Fries?
Mm-mm.
They remodeled Fries.
They got bomb chicken strips.
Well, they have a section. It's like sushi, pizza, chicken strips, fried chicken, all this kind of stuff. And it's kind of like, excuse me, when you go to like Bashas', you remember how they'd have a food section? You can buy food already made. That's what they do. And I'm drinking ginger ale.
Mountain Dew.
And so it's like $4, almost $5, and it's 2 pieces of chicken, 2 sides, and a biscuit.
Oh, wow.
And their fried chicken's really good. I don't know if anybody has ever had it before. We don't have a lot of fried chicken places in Arizona. We've got Popeyes, KFC, Churches, but I don't live near Churches.
No. I'm pretty sure they all closed down near us.
Really?
Yeah.
I live in Mesa, Arizona. I don't know if I've ever said that. But we don't have, we have Lolo's, but
Lolo's slaps.
compared to like other places, like I watch Kim Tai, and she just recently did one, and they've got what was the name? That Filipino place that does. I can't remember the name, but there's like a Filipino fried chicken place. Roscoe's Chicken.
Yeah.
We don't have none of that over here.
We just mostly.
Jollibee.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know why I keep eating this biscuit. It's literally tough as a rock.
I feel like when you eat mashed potatoes and gravy like that, that's how you have to dip your biscuit. Not good without it. I just not like biscuits. Is that weird?
I love Popeye's biscuits.
It's not just like normal bread. It tastes different. How they make it. But anyways, So, I don't know. I heard the guy in You, the main character, he's in Scandalous.
I know from Gossip Girl.
Or is it Gossip Girl? It's
Mhm.
probably Gossip Girl. I don't watch either of the shows, so I have no idea. What did you think about the series?
It was okay for what it was.
You weren't
Like-
a big fan?
Yeah, I mean, I saw a lot of people on Twitter talking about how, like, they thought he was, like, so hot in the show, but, like, I just thought it was weird because he literally was, like, a murderer, you know, and, like, so obsessive, so crazy, and, like, the things he did, like, when he was literally standing outside of Beck's apartment, like, touching himself, and people still thought, they were like, oh my god, like, I'm still for him, like, no matter what, and I was like,
So you thought he was too creepy?
and I also didn't like how people romanticized him. Like, he's supposed to not be someone you fall in love with.
See, so I heard about some celebrity, I don't know who it was. She came out and said, like, I think he just loves her. And people, like, attacked her for that. I can see both sides because he's so obsessed and he cares so much because he does love her.
Mm-hmm.
But then he is supposed to be, like, a psychopath. He is
Yeah.
supposed to be someone who has got, like, an issue. So I don't know. I mean, I do want a season 2. I don't know if they're coming out with a season 2, but they left it on a cliffhanger.
I think they might, just because his ex-girlfriend, who, like, I thought was dead, like, came to the bookstore, you know?
Yeah, so the whole thing about this is it's a guy, and he works in a bookstore, and this girl comes in one day, and he, like, falls in love with her, and he's, like, compulsive,
Mhm.
like, obsessive, compulsive, and so he follows her. But it's all with good intention. And so, like, people who get in the way and mess up their relationship, or, you know, make her feel, like, a certain way about her life, or make her do bad things, he goes and kills those people. He takes them out of her life so he can be the number one person and kills them. And I know it sounds, like, brutal, but if you watch it, it's not so brutal as it sounds.
Yeah.
Because some people in her life are crazy. Like, she's got a crazy best friend who's, like, in love with her.
I wish that storyline would have been bigger than what it was.
Yeah. Because as soon as she found out what he was doing, he kills her.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I like it. I could see the murderer thing, but I don't think he's, like, crazy murderer. But at the end, did he kill her or did he not kill her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was thinking he killed her, but then they made it seem like he didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, to me, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, he's got a neighbor, and she's got her own drama.
Oh, yeah. There's just a lot. And I wish, like, the show is good, but I definitely wish they would have gone into more things, and maybe they will in season 2. But, like, his past was also, like, really weird. Like, how he grew up and, like, why he is the way he is and stuff like that.
Yeah, so they didn't really talk about his past a lot. Like, it just starts off with him meeting her in the bookstore.
Mm-hmm.
And they do, like, flashbacks of his past. And so, essentially, he didn't have his parents. He was abused.
Yeah.
And he was left on the streets. So, it kind of show, like, that's why he is the way he is. Because he fought for his own life. Right? Isn't that...
Yeah, he got adopted by someone, but it was, like, the man who owns the library, and he was, like, really weird. Like,
He was brutal.
locked him in, like, a safe.
Yeah, so in this bookstore, they have a basement, and in the basement, they have old collector's books, valuable books, and it's like this clear glass place, and it's big.
Mm-hmm.
It's not small, and they have books in there, but it's like the right temperature. It locks. Like, people can't get in there without a key. So essentially, it's almost like a cage, and that's where he would put people when he captured them. And so it flashes back to him when he's younger, and when he misbehaved or he did something wrong, the guy in the bookstore, as, like, punishment, would put him in there and lock him up in there. So it just shows you from his past how it happened to him and how he does unto others. But it didn't really work because his point was, I learned my wrongs, but nobody else was learning their wrongs. He was just holding them in there and making them, like, for days. Until he decided if he was going to kill them or not. So, I don't know. I liked it a lot. I mean, I don't see him, like, as a vicious... That sounds bad. I don't see him as, like, a vicious person.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he's a cold-hearted murderer. He is killing people, but he feels the guilt when he's doing it.
Yeah.
Like, he cries and it traumatizes him. I was really surprised when he killed her.
I know.
Like, I did not think, but I knew she was tricking him. Remember how she's like, you can let me out, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
And they blame it on the therapist, and they arrest him.
I was like, not John Stamos.
Oh, I know, I love John Stamos. They break up in the middle of this season, and she goes to see a therapist. He finds out she was cheating on him with this therapist. And then eventually the girlfriend finds out that he's been killing all her friends. So instead of her getting loose and telling people, he kills her and he blames the therapist. So he ends up getting arrested and he has no idea why or what for. And
which was really smart, honestly.
it was. And so in the beginning, you find out that he's got an ex-girlfriend. And she just disappeared one day to Rome. They broke up and she went to Rome.
Mm-hmm.
That was the story. But they play it as if you don't know if he killed her and she disappeared like that, because they say she just fell off the grid. She doesn't talk to any of her friends. She didn't have any family. So, but in the last episode, all you see is this girl walking into the bookstore. And right before the episode cuts off, it's her. So he essentially never killed her and she's back.
I thought he killed her.
I did too.
Because he killed
the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Not purposely, though. So that's how it starts. He finds out his original girlfriend was cheating on him with this guy. And he goes to meet up with this guy. And he's sitting on, like, a ledge.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets mad. And he pushes him. And he falls off and he hits his head and he dies. And so he runs home to the guy who adopted him, which is a bookstore owner. And he tells him, sometimes people have to be killed, something like that, right?
Yeah.
And that stuck with him, and that's like how he based it. Yeah, that's how he reasons it. But he knows something's wrong with him. Like, he'll talk like he doesn't think right.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. You've got to be into shows like that, though.
Yeah.
I'm so full.
Me too.
Was your chicken good?
Yeah. It was okay that it was cold.
It's hard to figure out, like, a filming setup.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I like filming outside just because I have natural light and I don't have light set up.
Mm-hmm. It's easier.
Yeah. But then you get background noise. I liked it a lot. There were long episodes, too.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it during winter break because I had nothing else to do before school started.
She goes to NAU.
Go Lumberjacks. Even though we suck at every sport.
I don't watch college sports.
I just go because I get free stuff.
They give away free stuff?
Mm-hmm. Like a lot.
I'm so freaking full. You didn't even eat all your food.
No.
Are you full? You're mashed potatoes. If I had to give it a rating out of 10, I would probably give it like an 8 out of 10.
I give it like a 7.
A 7?
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. But I kind of like, is it mysterious? Would you say that?
It's like a thriller.
Yeah. I don't like scary stuff. Like, I don't like, no Chainsaw Massacre, stuff like that. But
This
I like,
one's more just like,
it's like intriguing. Like,
Yeah.
why is he that way? So I guess I like the mentally ill because he's a psychopath.
Mhm.
So he's not bad looking.
No.
And he is very loving. That's the problem.
That's why people were like, I don't see a problem with him killing people, blah, blah, blah. But
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, my thought was, like, he did still kill him. And, like, the fact that they were like, oh, he's, like, still a good-looking guy. And I totally, like, let him date me. I was just like, why?
Yeah. He's one of those guys to where if you're dating him, you're dating him. Which, you know what, I understand, though, because he was cheated on both times. All he's asking for is, don't cheat on me.
Yeah.
Which I get. No one wants to be cheated on.
No.
But you also don't go to the lengths of killing the other person. So.
And, like, when he would, like, stalk, he would, like, stalk.
Yeah, so he would follow her everywhere she went. Like, follow her. And in the beginning, they weren't dating.
Mm-hmm.
And he still, like, he knew everything about her. And he, like, stole her cell phone.
Oh, yeah.
And somehow he figures out, though, even though she turns off the phone, he can still get all her messages. So he knows everything that's happening. He knows what she's telling her friends, all that kind of stuff. So he manipulates the situation in a sense to make him seem like the perfect guy.
Yeah.
But he does it with all good intent. I don't know how good you would say the intent is, but shh. Sorry. Like I said, I film outside and my dogs are out here. I think I've shown the dogs before anyways. But I don't know. I don't ever watch anything twice. I would say, would you watch it again? But I know so many people who watch movies more than once.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that because I know what's happening.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Anyways, are we done?
Yes.
You're not gonna eat your cookie?
No.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching our video. How'd you feel about recording with me?
It was good.
You liked it? Every time she comes down to visit, she wants to record, but this is the first time we're actually recording together. So I hope you guys liked it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.